Hello everyone, this is Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and this is our weekly angelic message for the week beginning July 29th, 2019. If you notice an echo in the sound, I am filming from a very old building, a very old hotel, and in order to do this shot, I have my shotgun mic on. Usually I have a clip mic, so it's a little bit closer to me. I do hope that you can overlook that. There might also be some sounds happening outside. We're in a completely different environment and it is awesome, okay? So again, please forgive the echoey sound, but maybe I can fix it later, I'll see. But if I can't, you know, there you go. All right, so let's just get into it here. I asked, or first I said, angels, hello, because I felt them just rushing in. I don't know if it's because I have changed up my environment and went away for a few days, or if it's like this place. But there's a lot of angels just coming on in. It's lovely. So I said, angels, hello. What shall we know for this week? Just kept it very, very simple. And then, oh, excuse me, I should say this was Archangel Uriel who came forward, right? So many of you will feel a soul-searching time. So something's calling you and getting your attention, right? It may be uncomfortable, or it can be a time of upliftment and discovery. It will be your perspective that needs to change if you fall to the negative. So if you're somebody who tends to, you know, when you're doing the soul searching, you always look at the bad stuff, right? Or if maybe you start beating yourself up and saying, you know, oh, I've made so many mistakes. I just said this in a talk. Actually last night. And basically it's like, don't beat yourself up for mistakes, because if you didn't make those mistakes, you never would have found your way to your authentic voice. That's part of the process. So a lot of times we look at this process and we say it's wrong, when in fact it is divinely perfect. You came here to have those kinds of experiences. So please don't get into this energy of, you know, oh, I have all these regrets, you know, whatever. And if I do some soul searching, all of that's going to come up, and all I'm going to know is like, I messed that up and I got to figure out a different way, right? It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about honoring your own process, honoring your own human journey, okay? So then he goes on to say, heed this. In your heart, you are whole. In your mind, you may be tortured, depending on what you do to yourself, right? Like you're beating yourself up all the time. Or maybe getting into a negative cycle where you're constantly reliving a bad situation, right? It's over and over, and nothing ever comes of it except that you drop down, maybe even into depression, right? All right. Let energy open between the two. So let the energy open between the head and the heart. And wait, what? Let the energy open between the two, and there is no dark. You are all still figuring out your power, but first you must learn what power truly means. With all love, Archangel Uriel. So isn't that interesting? You know, we all want to be in our personal power. We all want to, you know, live our potential, and yet we have no idea what that means yet. And I think what's coming through here is that you have a choice, as always. But what do you guys, they're interrupting me. Hold on. What are you showing me? Okay, but what? So they're bringing me back to this. Hi-hat. So head to heart. If you close down your heart, thank you. And so they're saying that when people are just focusing on all the horrible things that have happened and expecting that to happen again, it's like using half of your potential, right? And it's like this little wheel that just keeps going, like a grinding gear. That's what I want to say. It's like one grinding gear. Whereas if you kind of slow that down a little bit, you would expand and open and know that there's a lot of stuff at play here, and that you don't have to waste all the energy over here. So there's a big message here about opening the heart, connecting it to the mind, and being fully, as I say, online with yourself. All right? Let's see what we have for the cards. All right, that should do it. We have color. Yes, get some color in your life, take a new approach, try something new, go on an adventure. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not in like previous videos, but Santa Fe was a very last minute thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hop in the car and go and see what happens. And I never know what kind of footage I'm getting until I go back to edit. You know, I play back on the camera, but you don't really know until you're getting that, you know, down into the edits. But I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? I need a little change of scenery. I want to pass that energy along to other people. You know, add some color into your life means trying to see what else appeals to your soul. In a way, by trying something new, it's sparking and awakening something else in you. Does that make sense? So things that you never thought you would enjoy. Going along with the example of Santa Fe. I never would have thought of myself as a Santa Fe kind of person, and then I got here and I was like, wow, I really love it. I've been here one other time and just absolutely fell in love with it. So, you know, give yourself that chance. It's going to spark something in you that might surprise you. Okay? Next card up we have surrender. It's becoming a thing. Still, there's this message here of let go. Let go. Quit trying to control all the circumstances in your life. It's not working in your favor. Okay? So, and this, you know, I don't know if you can see there. She's sleeping. She's on her tummy and she's sleeping, right? So this is, if we're being snarky, give it a rest, right? No, I'm just kidding. But no, what I'm saying here is like, you have to rest. You have to, I want to say dreams too. Sorry, there's a couple of things that just came in. So dreaming, messages coming through dreaming, okay, that sort of thing. So really just give yourself a chance to decompress, right? To just let go, to surrender to whatever the heck is happening, because, you know, whatever's happening, it is, okay? And you're not going to be able to control it and turn it around. We are in control. We do have power, but sometimes you got to let the long lesson play out before you can start moving on to something else. So in a way, that surrender card is sort of a message of, I almost want to say sleep it off, right? It's like you've been working hard at all this stuff. Now let it sit. Let the lessons kind of soak in a bit, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I don't know that it does. Here's Magdalene. So divine feminine power, not jumping to conclusions about what you think you know, getting in touch with who you really are, and not defining yourself by old terms. Or, you know, assuming that, well, this always happened to me in my life, therefore it's always going to happen to me in my life. You know, when I go quiet, there's a reason. So let's see. Okay, sorry, that was a long one. Let me dwindle that down. Redefining what feminine, not power. Can I just use the word energy? Is it okay? Okay. Redefining what feminine energy actually means. And that's all I got out of that. I mean, there was a lot of chatter around it, and that's what it comes down to. I wouldn't be able to sit there and keep, you know, she was all over the place here. But like, you know, definitely we're figuring out what that femininity really means. Divine feminine power. I wasn't supposed to use the word power. Divine feminine energy and what that means and what that implies. And then that's all I got around it. So I guess we're going to have to let it play out. Sometimes it happens with messages. Sometimes, right? We'll just have to see how it plays out. So why don't we do this? Watch this when you watch this, and then watch it again at the end of the week and tell me how that kind of played out in your world. What came forward that was sort of a feminine energy happening or whatever, or discovery with yourself. And remember, everybody, male and female, have both masculine and feminine energies within them, okay? Nice, look at this, guys. The real you. That's where we're heading. That's what we're doing. It's a big part of your life's path and purpose, is to come in here and have these adventures, have these discoveries, and find your way back to you. So a lot of great things opening up here. Give it a chance. Just give it a chance. It's going to be nice. I think it's going to be really lovely. All right. So now, color card. Let's see what we have. Okay, there it is. Let's see. We have Turquoise. Oh, I'm wearing turquoise. Hi, Santa Fe. What's up? Turquoise. Awaken your empathy. The number's 34. Guess what? That reduces to 7 yet again. So this is tranquility. It is, yes, kind of going with the flow, but this is also speaking your truth. That's a big one. And that kind of goes, sorry, I forget my microphone's over there. This goes hand in hand with this Real You card, right? So you're kind of easing into who you are. You're speaking up. You're speaking out for yourself. And that doesn't mean in a bad way, a horrible way. Really, you're surrendering to having to have an opinion about something. Nothing's more freeing than when you're sitting with somebody and let's say maybe they're talking in a way that previously would have really bothered you. And yet you're sitting there allowing this human being to just be who they are, to say what they got to say, and you just know, I don't have to form an opinion about this. I'm holding space with this person. They're on their path, I'm on mine, and I'm not going to get invested. I'm not going to get involved, and yet I'm still here, right? So you'll when it's happening, you'll understand what that is. It'll occur to you that, oh, this didn't bother me in the slightest because it has nothing to do with me. You know, like what this person wants to express is maybe their authentic truth, right? And how pretty is turquoise and red together, right? But yeah, it's kind of complementing one another, right? So give yourself that chance to just kind of let go, get out of it, but not in this way where it's like, you know, I'm not getting involved. You know, how many times have you heard people say, I'm not getting involved, just keep me out of it? We're not talking about that. We're talking about, I'm here, I'm listening, and I understand, and I don't feel the need to combat you or, you know, that sort of thing, because you know who you are, and you don't need to defend that to anybody else. Okay? So we're going to leave it there, guys. I'm sending you so much love, and take care.